Alright, now let's get back to our widgets. These ones, when we long press here, let's put some animations here. Okay, so for that we need to go to back to the reactions dialog. So the first thing we can change here, we can see if we long press, they are sticking here. Let's put some padding there. Okay, so let's wrap this intrinsic width with the padding widget. Then let's hot reload. Alright, now when we hold, they can see that there's some padding there. Okay, great. Now the next thing, let's try to put some animations there. So here on this reaction, so this one we can try wrapping this with a pause animation. Okay, so let's wrap with a widget and then let's say pause. Alright, so this comes from our package animate do. Let's import it like that, and then here we need to set some like infinity. Let's set it to false. We don't want it to be animating continuously. We also need to set some animation, so this is going to be the duration of an animation. Okay, so now to set this up, we need to have a boolean. Okay, so let's put boolean up here. All right, so this boolean, let's name it as let's say bool reaction clicked. Okay, let's initialize it to false. All right, and then when we come down here when we click here on that reaction, let's set that boolean. Okay, so here let's set state. So we are going to set this to true, and then after we set it to true, after the same time the duration is playing, let's set it back to false. Okay, so here let's do future. Let's just let Copilot do it. Okay, set so set back false after 1 second. Okay, so let's not do after 1 second, let's do exactly the duration of the animation. Okay, after this, let's paste that here. Okay, and then let's just do it. It's Copilot is going to do it. So we are setting it to true when we click, and then after this time, the millisecond 500, it's going to set it back to false. Okay, now if we hot restart here, if we long click here, and then you can see that it's already doing it. Let's place it. Okay, so to test it, let's not first pop it. Okay, so let's go back here, then come back here where is on reaction. This is on reaction clicked, so let's not pop it first because we are still testing. Then let's hot reload. Now let's long press here. Okay, what's going on? Is it stuck? Okay, let's do that again. So while it's reloading, let's just go to our method and it's here. Let's have a look. So when we tap, we are setting the is clicked to true, and then here after that seconds we are returning it to false. Okay, so also here we need to only do this pause animation if it is clicked. Okay, so let's put that boolean here so that if when it is clicked, it's going to animate. So for that we need to call now animate, and then here we're going to say reaction clicked. Okay, reaction clicked, that's when it's going to animate. Okay, now let's hot restart again. So let's get inside there, and then let's long press. So it's not animating now. If we click, you can see the animation. If you do that, it's animating, but now everything is animating. We only want to animate what we are clicking. Okay, so this is just a pause animation. There is a lot of animations you guys can try out. Okay, So this is a pause, and then there's you can go to the website and just to the package here. Let's open that up. Okay, you can come to the package here, and then you can see whatever animation you can pick. Okay, all of these. All right, so let's come back here, and then what we need to do now is to only animate the one that we click here. Okay, so for that, let's create another boolean up here, because we want to take the index of what we have clicked. Okay, so here let's do int, let's do clicked index, but let's name it as a reaction. Okay, clicked reaction index, like that. So this one, let's keep it as nullable, because we don't want to have an initial index clicked, because when it starts nothing is clicked here. Okay, so let's keep this as nullable. Okay, and then when we come here where we are setting the is clicked, let's also put the clicked index to be the index of what we are clicking. Okay, so for that we're going to do clicked reaction index. Okay, the same way Copilot is doing it here. Clicked reaction is going to be reaction.index of that reaction. We are going to take that index of that reaction and put it as a clicked reaction. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And then now here, to animate the thing that we have clicked, only that that index that we have clicked, we need to have a check here. Okay, so let's bring it down. So here we are going to have two children. Okay, the first one is the one that we have clicked, the other one is the stationary one. Okay, so here we are going to get if reaction. Okay, Copilot knows what we are doing, so let's click tab. Okay, so here it's saying if reaction clicked and clicked reaction index is equals to reaction.index of, we are going to put, but we are not going to put this size box of the circular progress. We want to put this reaction there. Okay, so what we'll do is let's remove this size box. Here we want to put that reaction. Okay, I mean this pause animation. Okay, if the reaction clicked and the index that we have clicked is equals to this reaction, is the index of that reaction, we are going to animate this. In the else, you are not going to animate. So if you are not going to animate, which means we are just going to put this icon. Okay, which is what Copilot has done there. So let's click tab. Okay, so if it's not animating, we're just simply going to put that, and then the one that we have clicked, which is at this index, is going to be a pause animation. Okay, great. I hope you understand that. So let's close that, and then let's hot reload. Now let's wrong click, and then we can pick what we can choose. Now if you click this, you can see that only that is animating. All right, if we click that, only that is animating. Okay, so we're only animating the clicked index. So now that gives us a nice animation, a visual confirmation to our user that this is the one that he has picked. Okay, great. So you can see how easy this package is to use. Okay, and then the next one, now let's also animate this. When we click the reply, let's have even just an icon of these to also pause. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same like we are doing here. All right, so first of all, let's also create another boolean here. Okay, so here we are also going to have the same booleans, just like what we have done here. So let's copy that and then paste that, and then here we're going to have a context menu clicked. Okay, context menu clicked, and then here will be a clicked context menu. Okay, clicked context menu index, like that. So maybe let's put the booleans together. Let's cut that and then put it here. All right, now we have the indexes there. Now if we come down here, we are going to do exactly the same. Okay, So here I'm sure Copilot now will just do, because it knows what we want. Okay, so even here what we would do now is we would do the same. So here it's going to check again what is that index, and then so first of all let's wrap this with a pause animation. Let's wrap it with a pause, and then of course let's also do the infinity to false, and then so I'm just letting Copilot do everything here because it knows that this is the context menu click. Now when I come here, it's going to check now if context like that. So we have seen its check is going to show a pause, and then if we don't have an animation, we are going to show that. Okay, but now we don't want to animate all of this. Okay, but let's have a look first. Let's click tab, then let's click. Okay, so that one is we still have that pop. Where is that? Let's not pop it because we're still testing. Let's long press, and then if you click, you can see that all of it is moving. Okay, you can see how that is happening, but let's keep the words like the way they are. Let's just move the icon, okay, because this doesn't look nice. Okay, so let's come back to where is that here, and then instead of wrapping, where is that thing? Let's come down. So here, instead of wrapping this with a pause, let's wrap the icon with a pause, okay, and not the text. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's remove this. So I'm gonna cut, and then now I will also remove this. Let's remove that. So now here let's have a okay we have a lot of things here. So what I'll do is let's just do Control Z. Let's have it the way it was first, okay, before we wrap this pause animation. Okay, it was like this. All right, now what we are going to do here is let's keep this row the way it is. So let's go let's go back like this. Okay, it was like this before we did anything. All right, so what we'll do is we are going to keep this row the way it is, and then we are going to skip the text because we don't want the text to animate. We only want the icon to animate. Okay, so that is exactly what we are going to do here. We are going to wrap this icon with exactly what we are doing from above here on that padding. Okay, so let's wrap this with a widget, which is going to be the pause, and then from here you know that we want the infinity to be false, the duration to be that, and then the animation to be not that. We want the animation to only check if we clicked context, and then the things that I cut from up there we can just paste now. So let's remove the child. So here we are doing the same. We are checking if context menu clicked, and then if this is that index we are going to show that, and then in the else we'll just show the icon which is not animating, okay, which is like this. Right, now let's hot reload. You can close that, and then let's long press, and then if you try to click, you can see now it's only the icon which is moving. You can see it's only the icon which is animating. All right, now that's what we want, and then now I think we are good with this animation. You can see that now it's nice and it looks interactive. Okay, great. So the next thing to do now is okay, before we end this video, let's add this popping. Okay, now we're just doing that, but if we directly put pop here, if we come back here, if we just uncomment this and this one, it's not going to look nice because even the user won't even see that animation. If we click here, you can see it's popping direct. So what we can do is to wait for that same amount of animation. Okay, so here again we will say future. Okay, yeah, copyright knows. Let's click tab. So we're going to do future, and then that's when we pop that. Let's wait like the same amount of that animation. Okay, so after it pops, that's when you let's now do what is has to follow. So let's cut all this inside here. Okay, and then paste it inside here. All right. Okay, so we are going to wait for this time, and then we pop, which is the same thing that we'll do. So even here, let's do future dot delay is the same thing. Okay, copyright has done that, and then let's remove that. Great. Now we are waiting for that same time, and then that's when we are popping. So let's reload again. Then if we hot reload, okay, it's still, let's reload again. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, it's loading. All right, let's see. Now if we hold here, you can see we are seeing the animation, and then it's popping. All right, so that's it, guys. So now we have put the animation, and then the next thing to do now is let's see what we can come and do next. So for these ones, this one and this one we have done, and then we need to, when we click here, we need to add that emoji to the message. Okay, the delete will do it, of course. So now the next thing is, maybe once we click this, or we the next thing, I mean, it can be if we click the plus, let's show the emoji keyboard here. Okay, great. So I think let's do this. Maybe there's still some time. Let's do that, because that one will be quick. All right, so let's see, what can we, where can we put it here? Let's put it after this method. Okay, so here let's void show emoji container. Okay, let's do show emoji. This is going to be a void show emoji container, like that. All right, now here, okay, Copilot is smart. So let's click tab. So here it's showing a bottom sheet, and then with the that height, and then here in this container it wants us to put the emoji. So what we can do is here now, let's put the emoji in this container. Okay, so here we know that it comes from emoji picker, like that, and then there is our emoji picker. It's got a method unselected, and then emoji, and then category. So why is it putting it different to what we are used to see? Category this side. So let's put category there and the comma. Okay, so it looks like it can still work whichever way, with whatever comes first. So now here we are going to simply show. So let's change this to the size box. Okay, with a height of 300. Now we can simply show this when we click on the plus icon. So let's go here where we are saying that we click on the plus icon. So this to do here, let's just go our show emoji container. All right, now let's hot reload. Let's hold here, and then let's click this plus icon. You can see that we are showing that emoji container. Great. So this was just a quick one that we did before we end this video. Now we can pick an emoji. Okay, so we can decide what to do. So here, once we pick an emoji, we can see that here there is a method to print an emoji. If we open up here, you can see we are printing that emoji. Okay, great. So the next thing to do is, when we pick an emoji here, we need to say first, yeah, we need to pop. Okay, so let's say navigator. All right, like that, navigator dot pop context, and then here now we need to save that emoji, add that emoji to a message. Okay, yeah, like that. So now this is our next to do. Great. So all right, so let's just hot reload and then see how we are popping that. You can see that once we do it here and then click on the add, and then we printing, and then we are also popping, which means we now the next is to add it to the message. All right, great. So thank you guys. Let's end this video right here. In the next video now we need to start when we click that emoji, we stick it to that message. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next video.